Good afternoon and welcome to Kaftan TV. The program is The Polity, where we take a look at topical issues, as this program is a news and current affairs program. And so our topics are always having to do with the current events in our polity, in our Nigeria of today. Today we shall be talking about the recent increase in the prices of obtaining the Nigerian travel documents, the passport, the Nigerian passport. It has generated so many hues and cries, people protesting and voicing out quite openly about what they consider a very unfair increase, or yet another increase, which many probably believe is to further inflict more pains on Nigeria. In fact, government has defended the action to say, well, it is even because of the socio-economic situation in the country. That is why the cost price of obtaining the passport will have to go up. Talking about the cost of printing it, and then to ensure that it merits and it's at par with what obtains in the international community in terms of quality. So, well, today we shall be talking about this issue, and then what do Nigerians think, and whether it is a just step taken by the government, or maybe it's unjust, and probably whether there could have been anything that should have been done, because they believe that in the past 2 years the cost of passport has been increased twice. So today on the program, The Polity, we shall be taking a look at the recent increase in the costs of obtaining the Nigerian passport. My name is Segun Ojelade, and I'm being joined by our in-house analyst, Mr. Adelu Adeyemo. Mr. Adeyemo, welcome to the program.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
And then joining us on Zoom is Mr. Jide Ujo, another public affairs analyst, a popular face on media channels across Nigeria. If you are there, Mr. Jide Ujo, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. Ojelade. It's my pleasure.
Okay. Thanks very much for joining us. Well, I think I'll start with you. Though they say charity begins at home, but there is nothing bad in being charitable even outside too. Now, Mr. Jideoju, now the recent increase in the cost of obtaining the Nigerian passport has been generating a lot of protests from Nigerians. Will you think these protestations are justified, or maybe like one of those political hype by the opposition in this country?
Well, I think there are two sides to every coin. Much as I would not say I'm glad at the development. It's very disheartening that the price of everything in Nigeria is on the increase, including but not limited to our travel documents. What has not increased in Nigeria today? Is it food? Is it petrol? Is it telecommunication tariff? Is it electricity tariff? There is a wide range of increase, and even the ones that government has not directly increased, traders, marketers have taken laws into their hands, and slam on us increases. So it's so unfortunate. Unfortunate in the sense that this is an elastic demand. It's not inelastic, because you can choose not to acquire international passport. It's not mandatory. The national identification number, we know government has been issuing that for us free. the voters card, government has been issuing that for us free. Even Shagun, you will recall that even the our vehicle licensing fee has also been increased. Likewise, the driving license has been increased. I recall that when I did mine last year, there has been a steep increase, sharp increase in the price. So virtually everything has increased in this country, and it does not augur well. Although I do understand that the current Minister of Interior, Olubunmi Tunji, has been doing a lot to make the issuance of travel documents a seamless exercise. But I'm not sure whether we are there yet. Last year, I renewed my international passport. It took about three to 6 months, if I'm not mistaken. And that's even after paying a little more than the normal. But what is being promised today is that if this increase is allowed to stay, there will be home delivery of your passport within 1 week. But what they are not telling us is it 1 week from the time of capturing or 1 week from the time of application? Because my friend's younger brother who recently acquired his own international passport spent about over 1 month to obtain it, because you have to wait for you to be captured. It's not the same day you apply for the passport that you do the capturing. And likewise, many other documents, even the driving license, you go when you apply for the driving license, they will now tell you that they will contact you when you will come for capturing. It is after you have done the capturing that you will now be expectant that this will be delivered to you. So the promise being made by Olubunmi Tunji and the Comptroller General of Nigerian Immigration Service is that if this increase, which only affects Nigerians living in Nigeria, is allowed to stay, they will be able to deliver to us, those who want to obtain these passports within 1 week. And I must also hasten to say, I just hope if this increase, which has taken effect from September 1, 3 days ago, if it stays, whether the minister and the Comptroller General has put in place a monitoring and evaluation mechanism. Because what I do know is that because of the high demand for international passport, particularly for those who want to japa, it has become a racket of sort, a racket in the sense that even for you to be called to come and do capturing, you need to settle some people or someone within the system to fast track your capturing.
Yes.
And if at the end of the day, you still pay 100,000 for 32 page and 200,000 for 64 page passport, and you still have to sort out some of the immigration officials, then the whole purpose of increasing the
Is defeated.
Passport is defeated.
Yes. Okay. Thank you very much there, Mr. Jide Ojo, for your initial comments on the program. Let me speak with my colleague in the studio. Mr. Jide Ojo just told us that the many people may not understand why government has to increase, because almost everything has increased in this country. But at the same time, I wish sure that the Ministry of Interior and the Immigration Service will put necessary structure in place so that, as the promise that it will be fast tracked, to obtain your passport will be easier these days, so that at the end of the day you will not pay the high fees only for it to take a millennium again before you collect it. What are your initial comments on the program?
All right, thank you. Tunji Ojo when he came in, started well. And I have few people that told me applying for passport online became very easy when Tunji Ojo came. And it didn't take 2 weeks. They applied and they got it, applied and they got it. I'm like, okay, that makes sense. And I think even the president commended him for that. Coming to increase on the passports, well, is to me, I do not want to castigate anybody. I want to say the whole thing started from the fuel subsidy issue, which has really affected so many goods and services prices in the market. And I'm always of opinion that Adibi, the president, know very well or knows what, if they have, Adibi, they have their plans ahead. All this tabulation will have been put on the table to look at what will affect the Nigerians as a nation, because every day you wake up, new reforms are coming up and increases are coming up, and we live in a country where there is no price protection agency. People in charge of what should be the right price coming up every Monday to tell the whole country that
we have the federal competition.
The federal competition with consumer protection agency is there, but are they really working on price control? Because see, anybody can wake up tomorrow and increase any price. Okay, Ministry of Interior came out today and said, okay, passport. See, there are yardsticks to increasing prices. If we have consumer protection in charge of pricing, that kind of yardstick will have been put in place to say, Nigeria, so this is how much paper is costing outside. This passport, we are not printing it locally, we are importing it. Let us know. I don't have any problem increasing it as far as it's available, but you need to first also consider the country. People are going through a lot. Even though somebody told a friend of mine said, passport is not for poor people, it's for rich people. So if you are poor, don't go near it.
But that's what many people have been saying. To say, well, passport is not Gary.
It is
only about 2% of Nigerians.
Yes, so that is why I'm not really keen about. But at the same time, 2 weeks ago, some airline came up and they said they want to increase air flights also. Anybody wakes up every day and I always like to look at the holistic nature of the problem and how it can be resolved. Because if it means that we have to all be waking up and be increasing price, then me too tomorrow I wake up.
You will japa.
I know I'm not japa in any way. I have to I'm not going to japa. I have yam too. I want to start selling yam and I'll begin to increase yam price.
Okay. okay. Well, Mr. Tunji Ojo, well, you've heard him that maybe government did not do due diligence before increasing the price, but and then again he said, well, passport is not Gary, it's not rice, so we should not, those that are talking about or protesting that it's against the interest of the common man, that the common man does not need the passports. It is the elites that needs the passports, and once if they need it, they should be able to pay for it. In fact, somebody once told us that government was subsidizing the passport issuance by as much as 28,000 naira. How can government be subsidizing the food? I mean, a product needed by the elite that they should pay.
Well, thank you. The issue is not about whether it's only elite or it's ordinary citizens. We should not forget that it's not only the elite that travels. Even ordinary citizens students. There are many students, there are many Nigerians who are studying abroad. There are those who have health issue, who have to go on medical tourism. So we should not just narrow it down to people like you, an accomplished
All
civil
like you.
servant, people like you who was a former general manager of the federal agency. So we cannot use that statistic of people like you to judge ordinary citizens who have to travel to Cotonou to study, or to Ghana or to Cameroon, because these are countries even as close as Benin Republic is to you. You cannot trek to Benin Republic. You have
Yes,
to
you
pass
still
through
need your
customs and
passport.
excise. You still need your passport, even if it's called ECOWAS passport.
Protocol.
The only thing is that you will not need. You can get visa on arrival, so they can stamp you in and stamp you out. But you need it. So it's not just people who fly, or who whether you are going abroad by road, by air, by sea,
Or
by
trekking.
whatever means, you have to have that passport. And this has brought further hardship on those people who may need Medicare, and themselves and the caregiver have to acquire passport. And the interesting thing about this, uh, Maoga, is that if you really want, if you don't want to pay bribe, if you don't want to sort anybody to acquire Nigerian passport, no matter the level of increase, apply for this passport when you don't need it yet, when you
Okay.
don't intend to travel, when you are not when there is no impending travel. If you have to travel next month and you have to go and apply for visa,
Thank you.
and then you now say you are applying for passport today, then definitely you get into the wrong hands, because people will come to you and say, I can help you fast track. So instead of 200,000, bring 500,000, and then you can come for capturing 2 days from today, and by weekend is ready. And that's why there's a lot of sharp practices which I will want the Controller General of Immigration and Minister of Interior to break that racket. There's always a racket, because no matter what you do online is impersonal, but in as well as you have to go physically for
Capturing.
capturing, that capturing means that is when they call you that you can go for capturing. So some people, if you are not ready to sort, some people may deliberately not call you in 6 months, and if you don't capture, you cannot start even expecting that it will be delivered to you. So if the increase will lead to fast tracking and improved service delivery, yes, let's assume that whether you and I likes it, it has already taken effect on the 1st of September. So we only had less than 1 week of notice that this is going to happen next week. So deliberately we were ambushed.
Okay.
Nigerians were ambushed, because if truly we are not going to be ambushed, this should have been subjected to a town hall meeting. And like my colleague in the studio have said, let's have the breakdown. Let's have the breakdown. Is this thing? I know passports have been printed in Abuja here.
Yes.
It's been printed somewhere in Abuja here.
Yes,
So
it's not abroad.
the issue of printing abroad, like my currency, is no longer
It's
there.
not, yes.
And we have the Nigeria Printing and Minting
Company.
also in Abuja. So they cannot be telling us the price of dollar that they are using to now justify. In any event, our brothers in diaspora are paying a lot more. I think for the 32 page, if you are abroad, is $125 that you have to pay, which is a lot more than the 100,000 that they have put as a cap for us. But why should there be an annual increase? That is subject to because if they say it's because of the removal of subsidy was since removed in 2023.
Yes.
The price should have stabilized by now.
I
So
know.
why are they doing an annual increase? The increase in I think September last year, 1 year after they have brought 100% bam on it again. What stops Tunji Ojo or the Controller General of Immigration from telling us by this time next year there is going to be another 100% increase
Okay.
because of price fluctuation? So it's not entirely a good thing, though it's not food for us to eat, but it's also part of our fundamental rights.
Okay.
Right to travel within and it confers legitimacy on you as a
And you
passport.
as a
If you
citizen.
don't have your passport, you cannot travel to any other country except within your own country.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Tunji Ojo. We will take a short break. Please stay with us. Okay. Welcome back to the program, The Polity. Today we are continuing our discussion on the recent increase in the cost of the Nigerian passport. It has generated a lot of controversies, but the increase has taken effect from the 1st of January. Well, you can be part of the discussion. The telephone number will be displayed on the screen, so that let's make it an interactive discussion where all Nigerians can participate in it, and we sincerely hope that the authorities are equally listening. Mr. Jidejo, I know you are still there. Sorry to have kept you waiting. I think I will ask you this next question. You see, one of the reasons given by government for the increase is so as to establish more biometric data capturing centers, and you have been harping on that since the program started, that well, we cannot have an increase and still have this kind of shoddy performance that we've been having in the past. You can't pay a higher price only for your passports to still take a millennium before coming out, and you still need to grease some palms of some very corrupt officials of the immigration service. Now, if you are to advise the minister of Interior now, and then the Controller General of Immigrations, what will you advise them to put in place as a measure of checks, or even to remove the various bottlenecks in acquiring the Nigerian passport? Mr. Jidejo.
So, thank you so much again. The issue, as I said earlier on, is that there is a need for a monitoring and evaluation team that will ensure promptness and improved service delivery. And sincerely speaking, I want to commend Olubunmi Tunji Ojo on the feat he has achieved, particularly on the issue of travel documents, since he assumed office 2 years ago. He's one of the performing ministers under the PBAT administration.
Absolutely.
Because there was a lot of backlog of passports that have to be cleared, and so the time has shortened. But be that as it may, what we want to see is what is taken to what obtains elsewhere in the world. So I think the last interview I had, it was saying that they approve about 13,000 passports per day. Is it either per day or per week? That's huge. It tells you the number of those who want to jackpot out of this country. But that is the nature and character of the world.
Of human beings.
People don't stay still in one place. People have to hustle, and wherever their hustle takes them is where they go. But I think the problem is that we have seen Nigerian Immigration Service as an income-generating agency for government. I think that's part of the problem. They have become a GEO, government enterprises, government-owned enterprises, where they get some sort of
revenue targets.
I think they get just like customs, and that should not happen, because it's not like clearing of goods or importing and exporting. This is about guaranteeing the rights of citizens for safe travels. And I think they need to place a cap. This should not be an annual ritual that every year you increase the price of travel documents, whether it's international passports or any other travel documents that is within their principle to approve. But it's good if they can decentralize so that it's not just Abuja. If they can do 6 geopolitical zones, so there is a approving authority for each of the zones. So if they have what they had in Abuja, they have it in Lagos for the southwest, they have it in somewhere in the Igbo land, somewhere in northwest. So if they have it in the 6 centers and there are competent and trustworthy people to approve, because you cannot have just one person, a Controller General of Immigration, signing 13,000 passports. Even if it's per week, it's a lot. There will be other things to attend to. So if it's going to be decentralized to DC, the Deputy Controller General, I don't know how many they have, but they must work under strict supervision. There must be no complaint. So that's why it is important to have a M&E, monitoring and evaluation committee or task force that will go around to even, there should be a vox pop, a kind of feedback mechanism from the public, from just like when they talk about Servicom, they can do an opinion survey, online opinion survey. How long does it take you to apply and get your passport? And let people tell them the experiences they have. If there is anyone within the system who is demanding for bribe, if they have the identity, let them make a show of such people who are giving us a bad image. So these are my own suggestions. One, there should be a moratorium. There should not be annual increase. After this 100%, they should give us some space, at least 3 to 5 years, before they will increase again.
Thank you.
Let them decentralize. Let them decentralize, and let there be a monitoring team, a task force.
Okay. Now, while I'm inclined to agree with you that the agencies, some agencies under the Ministry of Interior, like we have in all ministries now, I think the ministers are trying to outwit themselves as to who is able to generate more revenue to government. Imagine the same Ministry of Interior, but I say it without compromising the how effective the Minister of Interior, Honorable Tunji Ojo, has been. Look at what is happening in Lagos. The Ikoyi registry, for instance, it's a revenue spinner for that ministry. Every day of the week, you see multitude falling over themselves to get married. They pay through their nose, even though the paltry amount is charged by government. But what is going on there is very sad, and it is on daily basis. I'm sure the officers there are struggling, are falling over themselves to be posted to Ikoyi registry. I don't know of other registries, but that Ikoyi registry have been there more than how many times, and it's a money spinner. So I think the Ministry of Interior now is probably, like you said, a revenue generating ministry for government, which is not supposed to be. There should be some sectors of the economy where Nigerians should still be able to access free services from government. Certainly not in such a ministry that takes care of the welfare of the people. I sincerely hope that it will not be taken to the level of asking schools or hospitals to begin to generate funds for government. That's just by the way. I know, my brother, you'll be very, very much interested in that when we talk about government making everything to generate revenue for government. Like Mr. Tunji Ojo said, it is bad enough that we commercialize the issuance of Nigerians passports.
Okay, so me, I'm going to. You said it. I'll differ from what you just said.
Yeah, I trust you.
I would rather that government generates their revenue internally than borrowing.
Yeah.
President said it 2 days ago or 3 days ago. He said he's been able to stabilize the economy through non-oil internally generated agency. That every revenue that has been coming to the government now is from the non-oil. It's commendable. Yes, we are the one paying the bills, but the truth is this: is it not better than borrowing? It means somebody is thinking somewhere. Yeah, it's affecting us. Where our problem is this: before you begin to put those things on us, let us have an idea of the ones you have generated. What have you done with them? You get what I'm saying? You said you have stabilized the economy. I'm still yet to see which economy you stabilize. Maybe the economist will tell us what has been done by the president. But the truth is, you have stabilized the economy. Tell us the areas, the areas of where you have stabilized the economy. You understand? Then we cannot tell you, okay, add this. See, you came into power through the people. Should you now stop carrying the people along? That's what we call transparency and accountability. But everybody just feel once you enter into that office, you don't need to account anything to the public again. Meanwhile, before you go into office, you come out and say, I pledge to lead you people well, to be accountable to the Nigerian population. It means those things were just fallacy. Let us know that you are helping the economy. Look at what Sarah said yesterday. This morning, Sarah said that is very, very unthinkable to come suddenly and begin to put pressure on the country. It's not. In fact, it's against the right of the citizen, because according to Constitution, you are supposed to allow citizens contribute to why you want to do it. But now you are not looking at the citizen again. You are not the one taking all the authority, taking all the decision. You are not even looking at who is going to say it is good or not. As much as I support you doing it, show us what you have done. Now, I hope tomorrow, like you just said, I hope tomorrow you will not wake up again because hike in fuel, in energy, in gas, in transport now, only God knows, in food, in building materials. In Abuja now is a no-go area for tenants, because the way the landlord will tell you how much they spend building their houses is killing.
And so paying rent charges from government.
Is that
rent?
And they are still paying. They are paying land charge.
Yeah, land use. Yes.
Yeah, and so are you going to blame them because the government keep making this difficult for the people?
Okay. Well, we are, Mr. Ojo, we are still on the increase in passport costs, the cost of obtaining the Nigerian passport. But we cannot shy away from some of these issues that are probably surrounding it. We've just been talking about many agencies now generating funds for government, and probably that is what has brought this one about. In fact, what government is doing now, there are some agencies of government that have been mapped out as agencies that must bring returns to government. There are some of them, in those days, they can generate money and then probably dip their hands in it for their running costs. No. Every kobo now goes to the federation account, from where you are going to start getting your subvention. There are agencies like that. Some of them, when I saw the list, I felt, this is serious now. But like Mr. Adeolu said, it is better to source money for running of government and government activities internally, rather than going outside to borrow. But again, we need to look at the capacity of the people. When is paying taxes, paying increase in this, increase in that? When will it stop? And then who decides? Is this just the government, like you say, or people should be involved? You talked about a town hall before arriving at the price of passports. You know, shouldn't government engage more
first
with the people on some of these things? And then where is the National Assembly? Well, probably they are on recess now.
Yeah.
But whether they are on recess or not, this government is a parallel government. Even if it goes to the parliament, no matter the complaint, I'm just reading now that there will most likely, I'm trying to fact check that whether there will be a 5% fuel surcharge of sorts is trending on the social media for fuel 5%
tax. Yes, it's coming.
So if that is coming, then please, what is left of your salary and my income? Because it's like, okay, they are saying from January 1, 2026, some category of workers will not pay personal income tax. But with all these increases in tariffs and taxes and all of that, it's like you are paying, but through other means.
Yes.
And that's why when you overbill the citizen, there will be a reaction. And that's why you see a lot of, I must commend SERAP, Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project, Lagos, for taking the steps on the public interest litigation. Because we cannot just allow government to continue to talk us into increases. My brother in the studio was talking about rent. My rent was increased by over 100%. Where I'm talking with you from. And I'm not a civil servant. I don't have monthly salary. And you know, many of us have to borrow.
And I'm a pensioner.
You're a pensioner, but you are still
I'm a businessman.
So what we are saying is that government needs to do these macroeconomic reforms with human face. Like I said, when you say, it's not it's big men that collect passport. If you have health needs that communities have to contribute monies, circle of friends have to contribute, like many people going to Egypt, going to India, going to China for Medicare. You cannot go there with your NIN or with your driving license. You have to obtain passport, and your caregiver has to obtain passport. If you are a student going abroad to study, you have to obtain passport. And some of these things, even if you are on scholarship, your scholarship does not cover the cost of obtaining travel documents and visa fee. So what we are saying is that much as we want the government to succeed, and we are not against government increasing revenue, but it should not be at the detriment of our humanity.
Okay.
Right now,
Mr. Joe, there is somebody on the line. There's a caller on the line. Good afternoon. Welcome to Captain TV. Your name and where you are calling from?
This is Yemi from Ore, Ondo State.
Okay, Yemi from Ore. How is Ore?
Fine.
Okay. Please go ahead and make your comments.
I don't know reason why this government, we see government, this is a democracy. It's a government of the people.
By the people,
now,
for the people.
By the people, for the people.
But
yes.
All of them in their sisters.
Yes, and now people are happy that if the people that get is a democracy, we will benefit. And now, just passport, I don't know, everything on this nation, just increasing. Should not done like that. I think the people that they were there, they have benefited from some people before they came there. During their own time, they received this thing in a lower price. Why would they use this thing to hard for the other people? In fact, this is this time now. Nothing we can do. Nothing we can do unless we just bearing it to the time that people will choose. I blame the people. We people here. We blame us. This is that
Why?
when it comes to this is that when it comes to election now, when they give people token amount now, they have forgotten the problem they have been facing.
Okay.
We talk about petrol that is subsidies. We see the benefits of the people, and now we don't see the benefits. People are crying.
Okay.
Everything on this nation, all are increasing. Wage. The government should start to please the people on this nation now, not to just make everything as tomorrow.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir. Now, Mr. Ojo, I don't want us to throw away the baby with the bathwater. To feel that the government is not working, everything is increase. Some of the increases could be justified. Now we can can we say that okay, we want to have it the way we were having it 5, 6, even 10 years back? You know, it's probably not impossible. Those things that played out years back are no longer today tenable or in operation. Take the cost of goods and services, even on the international market. So maybe we should learn. The only thing we are saying is that government should moderate it and they should carry the people along. What do you think?
Yes, exactly my point. But we cannot continue to condone their price increases because we
please
must not
give us some 2 minutes. We'll come back. I mean, some 30 seconds. We'll come back to you. Okay. Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon. Please, who are we speaking with, and where are you calling from?
This is Sherry from Oyo Town.
Okay, from Oyo Town. Is the Alaafin, the Kubabayi?
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to make an entry as regards the program going on in the nation.
Please go ahead.
Yeah, okay. I don't know. I'm live.
Yes, you are live. Please speak up.
Like, yeah, the cause of the matter is a caller just spoke in now.
Yeah.
And he said the people are the ones involved. We are the ones taking the lead of the cost of everything. Like now, I'll be going out for a world meeting now. Getting to that meeting and trying to raise up my hand for an increase. I'm bringing up this issue because I believe we have state assemblies and we also have federal assemblies. These people are not even being carried along. Like my brother in the city said, this is a powerful government. I want to believe one way or the other, they are being, God forgive me, being given a kind of coaching to keep quiet. Because all of them are running about 2027 now. When they come to world meeting and are signified to the sector, what are the things you are doing as regards this increment in passport? They will tell me this is not the thing you are supposed to talk about now. Let this honorable talk. Let them speak their mind. The cost of the matter, coded issues are not being discussed. And our people, we are the grassroots, are the ones being at the receiving end. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. You know, okay, please, Mr. Tujo, please make your points.
My point is that we cannot continue to condone and justify these increases on behalf of government that is meant to serve us. In my column in the Punch newspaper today, I don't know whether you have had the privilege of reading it. I talked about Nigeria's democracy without good governance. In other climes, if you see international rating about our developmental rating,
Strides.
we are lagging behind. Even in West Africa sub-region, Nigeria does not rank high in terms of good governance and development. And democracy is supposed to be a driver of good governance and development. So situations where you see our political office holders living large, they don't pay for goods and services. Just recently, we have from RAMFAC, Revenue Mobilization and Fiscal Commission, that there will be reviewing upward the salaries and emoluments of political office holders. And these are billionaires, some of them in dollars, and yet you want to still give them more money. They don't pay for fuel, they don't pay rent, they don't pay accommodation, they don't pay school fees. Everything is paid for by the state. So they should also be compassionate. You cannot increase everything in one fell swoop. Did you know that I read just yesterday the CNG that they are telling people to go and convert their vehicle to CNG. The price of a kilogram of CNG is now about 450 naira.
Yeah.
Because, and I said it, the more people convert their engine to CNG, the more the price will rise.
Okay.
Look at cooking gas. When people were not using cooking
Yes,
gas
so
much, it
that's
was
reason now.
very cheap.
Yes.
Now it's now over 1,000 naira per kilogram.
Per kilo, yes. Please give me 1 minute, Mr. Ojo.
Okay.
Yeah, good afternoon, Rabi from Katsina.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Please go ahead and make your comment.
Okay, thank you very much. You are talking about the increase in cost of Nigerian
Passport, yes.
So when you look at the Nigeria generally under this government, not just since the removal of subsidy from Eagle Square, you will not be surprised when this passport, the price has been increased. Look at the even telephone, NEPA, because in 24 hours we have any day. You can actually get NEPA for 4 hours. So you will not be surprised when this is being increased. Everything price is skyrocketed. Anywhere, just belonging to the government, everything belonging to the government, the price has been increased, skyrocketed. So that is why a lot of people are suffering. So they are not to consider, not everybody can use this passport. It's only that has privilege to get it and transport somewhere where they like.
Yes.
Even the hospital, when you go, the price of everything has already been skyrocketed. So it's much matter of surprise here.
Okay.
Since the subsidy has been removed, so it's not expecting anything that is good. No, it's not something that you can be amazed or surprised.
Okay.
I know it will come to the place.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Adelu, now, if you are to advise government, now we've been saying, okay, government should engage with the people to discuss what should be the right price for obtaining the Nigerian passports. Do you have a particular figure in mind that you feel will be to still be easy and comfortable for Nigerians to afford it? Don't forget that, like many people have said, even our last caller, this is the product of the elite. I hope Mr. Ojo is equally listening.
Okay, so what normally will determine price of commodity is the materials. And with my background in printing, design, and all those things, federal government, from what I know, I'm not sure if that passport is printed locally.
It's printed locally.
If it's printed locally, then the cost of production will definitely be high. Why? Because of power. You get what I'm saying? Because of power. And for the power, when you bring it into the production cost, there is it is very likely that it will be up there. But what I will always tell them is be considerate while increasing anything.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Good afternoon. Welcome to Kaftan TV. Your name and where you're calling from?
I'm calling from Zola in Adamawa State.
Okay. How is Jamaica?
Jamaica is fine. Thank God for everything.
Please go ahead.
We were talking about the increase in passports.
Yes.
You see, the way things are going on in this country is only God that will help us. The government should consider the problem that citizens are facing. You see, in those days, nobody eats angulu, what they call bosho. But I'm telling you now, people are eating it. Again, in those days, if you are passing by,
people are eating vulture.
Or eating animal like goats, cats, you will not be hearing the odor. Nobody will touch it. But now, after before you find them on the road again, because of the problem, the threat that people are passing through. Don't be surprised one day we will wake up in Nigeria, they will now tell people that have domestic animals to be paying tax. So we should not get it. Very soon it's going to happen. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Quickly make your point. Thank you.
The truth is this. The truth is this. I like what Obasanjo did, Buhari did.
Okay.
Like moment, if you remember vividly, how Lai Mohammed and his team were going from one place to another on community hearing, over the state of the nation. That is the government of the people. The engagement of the people. You know, sir, I'm not sure see, like that last caller said, I'm not sure our president Bola Ahmed Tinubu is aware of what is going on in this country, because there is no day that Nigerians are not feeling his policies. He feels that he's representing the poor. He's not representing anybody. And me, if I want to advise him, stop all this increase everywhere. You want to use internally generated revenue to service the country, you will kill the people. Like Ababio said, let the people do what? Breathe. You know, sir, because it's becoming several, so many.
Okay.
If you can just calm down, I don't know. And this money they are all collecting, what are they doing? What are they even using it for?
Okay.
The poor Nigerians, are they benefiting from it?
Okay.
Okay, so you increase. What infrastructure are we seeing outside there?
There's a caller.
You increase. Is there any food in the country?
Okay. There's a caller on the line. Good afternoon. Welcome to Kaftan TV. Where are you calling from? Hello? 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 Okay. I wouldn't say that where are the projects or what are they using the money for.
We are even food on the table in this country.
If we look very closely, we'll be able to see. Maybe there are still some areas that have not been touched.
Please,
maybe.
I don't want to go to infrastructure. Poor people
Mr.
have food on their table.
Let me ask you. I think by now we should be assisting the government. He mentioned the issue of Lai Mohammed the other time, but I think the former Minister of Information, Jerry Ghana, started it under MAMSA, and then we have the media tour where journalists are taking around to see what the government is doing. At least one way or the other, the people get informed as to activities of government. Will you advise government to relate more on some of its policies? I think those of you who are elites, because you've been putting it to me all this while, let me also put it to you. Some of you are elites who are close to government. You know what the government is doing, but my uncle in our village probably does not know. That's why he's shouting, Tinubu is making life difficult for us. Will you advise greater engagement of government with the people at this material time?
Advocate for that, but we should also not forget that the current Minister of Information and National Orientation is doing his level best to create the needed awareness. I'm aware, I mean, you know that it's been going on media talk with some journalists across the 6 geopolitical zones. The other time he was in the Southeast to showcase what the Tinubu administration is doing for the Southeastern states. So it's not as if this is not going on, but the point is, Mr. Ajelate, if you look at what the Tinubu administration is even boasting and bragging about, it said that our foreign reserve has increased to 41 billion, and that as at August 31, this is the word of the president, as at August 31, they have been able to meet the revenue target for 2025. That is 4 clear months to the end of the year.
Yes.
So while I'm not against the government making money to run its to run this administration, but it should not sap us out of existence. This is unbearable, even for the middle class, which is fast disappearing. We need to acknowledge the fact that many of us are no longer supermen. I don't know how many mouths you feed, Mr. Ojelade, even as a retiree. But even me that is not up to you in age, I know the dependency ratio, how many SOS you have to respond to. And even you have to borrow to augment whatever you need to do. The billing is just so much. And that's why a lot of Nigerians are suffering mental challenge. If you see the figures, it's very astronomical. So the point is that we are having growth without development. There is an economic growth. Even Okonjo-Iweala recently came to Nigeria and said that the economy has stabilized. But there's a need for the cost of living to be reduced so that we can experience higher standard of living. The current economic cost of living crisis is huge, and I won't be surprised if people engage in another round of protests like they did in August 2024, when we had the End Bad Governance and hunger protest. So, but protest alone will not do it. The most important thing is for government to try and stabilize the price of commodities and things, rather than increasing every time. Okay, they have shut down our throat, tariff in electricity, tariff in telecommunication, the fuel subsidy removal. Even the schools, education that is supposed to be free. The NEF fund is a loan, it's not a grant.
Okay.
And people like Mr. Ojelade, you went to school, some of you on scholarship.
Yes.
And now the government is sapping us out of existence.
Can I take this call? Please, can I take this call? Oh, we've lost him. I took him and we didn't allow him to speak. Please, my apologies.
I need to go now because of other engagement. But
yes.
The most important thing is that I think we need some explanation from the Federal Minister of Interior. Let's know the cost element, and let's know whether this is about meeting revenue target for government, because there is not everything you just do to get revenue for government. There must be human face to all that government is doing. That would be my final word. Thank you.
Please, is it too late for government to reverse this new price? Is it late?
Well, I'm not sure. I'm not too sure whether they will want to admit to reversing or reducing, because what the malaise they want to cure is to have an improved service delivery, and they have said that if this increase is allowed, as whether if we have the choice, because they just announced barely a week to the commencement date that the passport will be home delivered within 1 week. Let us see that happen.
Okay.
If that happens, if there's improved service delivery, just like in electricity, now you are on band day, you enjoy about 20 hours of electricity. People have adjusted to that because they can see the electricity, and now they don't have to put on their generator, they don't need to buy diesel or fuel. So people have adjusted to that. Let us also see that significant improvement in service delivery from the point of application to delivery of your passport.
Yes. Thank you very much, Mr. Jide Ojo, for coming on today's program. You did it at a very, very tight and very sometimes expensive for you. It's a sacrifice that you have made. I really appreciate your featuring on this program today and all the good things that you have said that can shape policy and the politics of this country. Thank you very much for coming on the program. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Yes.
Enjoy your
now, there has been a caller on the line for a while now. We just quickly want to allow Mr. Tunji Ojo to make his point. Is back. Okay, it's gone again. Please, we apologize for keeping you waiting all this while. Now, the suggestion is that it is not too late for government if there is need for a reversal.
It's not the first time.
Not, yes.
Government will come out to say, okay, Jonathan did it. What came out that particular year, January 1st?
Sorry, it's back here. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Please, I apologize if you are the one that has been calling since. Sorry.
Yes, this is Wale from Lagos.
Okay, please, your name and where you're calling from. I heard Lagos. Wale?
Wale from Lagos.
Oh, thank you. Please go ahead.
Yeah. You see, this government, I don't even know, maybe we are in a democracy or we are in another planet. I don't even believe. As a Yoruba man, I believe we should look at things. People are hungry. The only place that people could even go and find a greener pasture, you are giving them another option on it. What is going on in this country? People are dying every day. You don't even know concerned about anything.
Okay.
Everybody's tired.
Okay, it's okay. It's okay.
We need to look for something else.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much for making your comments. Thank you, Mr. Wale. Okay, yes, you were saying something. You are about Jonathan
did it.
Yes.
He reversed it from 114 to 797 in the history of this country, and he's not the only one that have done it before. So I don't see any reason why the president cannot look at it. See, me, all I'm after is not even about the passport. Let him look inwardly and see how he can make life better for the people. There are a lot of hardship going on in the country. Don't stay up there and think everything is fine. Nothing is fine.
Okay. Yeah. Welcome to Kaftan TV. Yes.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Where are you calling from and your name, please?
Okay, I'm calling from Enugu. My name is Chinedu.
Oh, Chinedu from Enugu, the coal city.
Yeah.
Do you still have coal in Enugu?
Definitely there is still coal in Enugu and the government is mining it and
that's good news. Okay, thank you. Please make your comment.
Actually, APC administration doesn't have any woman face. For the past 16 years that they have ruled this nation, they have made life miserable and so hard for people. Look at just the increment in Nigerian passport. You just gave a 2 days notice that you are increasing from 60,000 to 100,000 for 5 years. Then from 10 years you are going to pay for 200,000. What sort of government does that? Honestly, if people will rise up and start agitating, because what we are doing in this nation is just the politicians are rubbishing the life of masses. I'm sorry to say this. Yeah. They are just siphoning money from the poor masses and feeding their ostentatious lifestyle, which is very, very bad.
Okay.
I rest my case.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Chinedu. Okay. Okay. Please make your point.
2027 is coming. Nigerians, shall you high?
I know you are not to say that.
I'm telling them no, we will vote.
Okay. Yes.
It's my I have right to tell Nigerians no, we will vote.
Okay.
Go for credible candidate that will make life meaningful for us.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. This is not the time of campaign.
We are not campaigning.
Anyway, I must thank everybody who has participated one way or the other on this program today, and the consensus is that though the government will have its points, reasons for increasing the price of obtaining the Nigerian passport, it should look at the current situation in the country and the ability of the Nigerian people to pay against the backdrop of other the increases in other cost of items, especially food. Until you come your way with yet another edition of the program, I want to say thank you to my colleague Adelu Adeyemo for participating on today's program.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, until we come your way with yet another edition of the program, and that will be tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow. And I will be here at 8 o'clock for Matters Arising. Good afternoon.